Aloha, all of you Regs and Shinies. It is Jackson from the 1313 podcast here, and I am stoked to finally bring you Darth Sidious from Revenge of the Sith. This has been a long time coming. I'm very excited that we finally have Palpatine in his Revenge of the Sith appearance, obviously because we've gotten a couple remakes now of him from Return of the Jedi in the throne room, but it's nice to have this classic look. And it is going to look amazing next year when we get a lot more Revenge of the Sith figures for the anniversary. But before I talk about this very cool figure itself, just want to show off the packaging. Yes, we finally have Revenge of the Sith based figures. Could not be more excited for that. Quick portrait of Palpatine, quick Black Series banter, and yeah, nothing too crazy or special. Still the same packaging that it has been now for a while before we eventually switch over to the new box design. But here is the figure itself. So comes with Palpatine, and he has his red robes on and his iconic lightsaber that has, let me see if I can get that to focus. There we go. Has very nice gold detailing on it too. The design for these is always nice, and then the saber itself unplugs too if you do want to take it out for any appearances like that. I will always caution Black Series collectors when you're taking the blades out of your sabers to be careful, because on a couple occasions I've kind of messed up the plug system because it can be a little bit sensitive, so please be cautious of that. But comes with a saber, and it also comes with these electrocuting hands, which we haven't had alternate hands in quite a while too for a Black Series figure, so I'm glad that they included this effect because it is already included with the throne room version of Palpatine. But yeah, as you can see, he has his red robes on here. The underbody isn't anything too special. I know I just totally lifted up his skirt. Please don't comment anything about that down below. But nothing too crazy or special down here for the detailing. It does remind me a lot of the Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker body, which is a little bit interesting. But yeah, posability is a bit decent. He is a bit limited, so for arm movement in the robes, I think I can get him to about, yeah, I can get him about here, but he can't really move his arms too much more above his head. The hood that he has on here is a hard plastic, really just so it can keep its shape, but I don't have too much of an issue with that though, just because it looks nice the way that it's laying, and there are a few modifications. We've had a couple people on Instagram reach out to us about ways that they've kind of cut slits in the hood here so that it could go down a bit more. But let me zoom in on this face detailing. Perfect Ian McDermott face sculpt right there. I really have no issues with it. It just looks so genuinely creepy too, which is how he should look at least. But I'm going to pause it right here and come back to when I put his electrocuting hands in, and I'll show you how to do that as well. Okay, so here is how you get these new alternative hand pieces in, because here is what an electrocuting hand looks like, and here is what his regular hand looks like here. Now the easiest way that I found to do this was you go over to the sleeve and you roll it up just a little bit so that you can see the black undersuit part there. And then you're just gonna hold the arm piece and hold the hand, kind of yank. It's going to require a little bit of force, so don't worry, just kind of pull straight out. And then you will take the new electrocuting hand. There is a hole right there where the hand peg should go, and let me see if it picks up on the audio. Not too sure if that picked up, but you hear a nice like click like once it goes in, so then you know that's the case. And here he is, ultimate power. But yeah, that's what he looks like when he has his hands in. This will really work well if you have some way to either display him sitting, or you have some sort of backdrop too, or even if you just want to pose him just going like this with the lightning itself. I really like the color blue that they used for it, just because it looks almost exactly like how it does in the movie, where I think the one from the Return of the Jedi set has a much like lighter blue, because that's how it looked at that time for the movie. But again, looks super, super good. I am going to take out the hand for this one just to swap it out with his other hand here before I wrap this all up for you today. But yeah, I really, really love the detailing on this figure. I mean, sure, it doesn't come with a whole lot of accessories, and it might not be the most exciting figure to see on the shelf unless you are a really hardcore fan and you want a very cool character like this because you know what it is, or you really love Revenge of the Sith. But even if you're just trying to expand an Empire collection, it probably wouldn't even hurt you to get this version of Palpatine if you wanted to start off at some point with like an early Empire look, since that's how he was at the time. But all in all, I really love the figure. Again, has a bit of posability to it too, so I'm not really going to do the whole you can pose it like this and like this, because it really is kind of more of a basic action figure. There isn't a whole lot of need for me to show too much of that off to you. I will say from a collector standpoint that if you would like to display this at any point as well, that just make sure, if you are going to display him with the lightning hands, put his arms and hands in a comfortable position, or like even a sitting. And I say that just because if you leave this out too long, kind of like how it is here, the lightning will start to droop down after a while. That's something I had an issue with on my Return of the Jedi Boba Fett and some of the other things too. So if you are going to display it with lightning out for a long period of time, just be cautious of that at least. But if you're doing it like this, like I have for a short period of time, you're going to be fine. No need to worry about that. But yeah, thank you so much for checking out this review of the figure here. If you picked this up for yourself, let us know down in the comments. I know this is one that is still very much easily available online, so you should not have too hard of a time to get it. If we convinced you today to pick it up for yourself, that's awesome. Let us know that too. And if you have some even better poses than what I was able to do in this little quick review for you, join our Discord and let us know. We have awesome Star Wars people in there who love to talk on the daily, so they would love to see that, and we would love to see it too. If you want to stay tuned into our channel's content, make sure that you are checking out our Discord, our YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Every time I'm doing like this thing, like I'm always whacking these figures, and you've probably caught on to it by the third video at this point. But thank you all so much again for watching the video. Mahalo and goodbye until next time.